on the pictures.
Recording.
Thank you. Thank you. So hopefully we can spend the next hour or whatever looking at some pictures that Velma and I took in 1974, which are now almost 50 years old, just to maybe relive some memories. Or for more than one for you to tell me stories about the people that show the pictures. So, Maestro, can we have the next picture, please? All right, so we started in Los Angeles. Fred Patton, remember Fred Patton? Picked us up at the airport, took us to a bank where we got American money, and deposited us at Tom Digby's place. I should point out that the reason why I came second in DUFF, well, actually won DUFF, was because I was a member of APA 45. Any APA 45 members here? Oh, you're too young.
No, we're not too young.
You weren't.
Not here.
Of course, Terry.
I wasn't in it, but I contributed to one of the seats that was in it.
Which one? Sorry?
Leslie and Chris Pouch's seat.
Yeah, that's
which
right.
I think was orange.
So a lot of the people I stayed with were members of APA 45. So I arrived in Los Angeles, and the first thing that's, yes, if you can actually take that thing off the side, the first thing that strikes us is the pornography in the streets. This is Santa Monica Boulevard in 1974. And then you walk around the corner from Tom's place, and the first thing you see is a theatre showing Deep Throat. And then, I think it's Deep Throat. Anyhow, it's one of the famous pornographic movies. And a couple of other shops offering services that I don't even think were offered in King's Cross in Sydney, or if they were offered in the back streets, not with advertising on signs. So unfortunately, the time that Velma and I went to Las Vegas, New York, and Jerry Paulsell backed Bill Stevens around the room, it's not captured in pictures because we were so busy talking to people, so dumbfounded at the way in which some Americans comported themselves. So there are no pictures of the first week we spent in Los Angeles. Right, onwards. Yeah, what is that?
That's 2/3 of a nice picture.
Indeed. So we have to wait for the technical people to catch up with us. What else can I tell about Los Angeles? Oh yes, the smog. I don't know what it's like these days. I'm going there next week, but it's out to Riverside, so I don't know whether the smog is as exciting as it was.
Supposedly better. I think it's supposedly better.
Right, we'll find out in due course.
But I don't live there, so what the hell do I know?
Yeah. So is anyone here from Los Angeles, from that period of Los Angeles? No one?
Was that the era when they would rent out Glasses Clubhouse to people having sex parties and things like that?
Was it?
Is that before your time?
There was, it just reminded me of the American family who migrated to Australia in '62 after the Cuban Missile Crisis. Ron Smith, if anyone remembers him. Sometime in the 70s, 80s, Velma ended up trying to keep his books in order. And they used to have parties every week. He used to hold parties every weekend in which they'd got a good workout. And Velma wasn't actually fired because she'd never seen marijuana before. And so she thought it was chunking through it out. All right. So there are basically two pictures of the most interesting things I saw in Los Angeles in 1974. We go on. Next place we went to was Albuquerque, where we went to Bubonic, one of the Bubonic clubs. And there, yeah, so who's that person? Do we remember? Is he recognisable? I've got a vague feeling it's Bugsy, but I'm not sure. No idea? No? All right. Try on. Let's try the next one. So do we recognise any of those?
That was a long.
No, 50 years ago. So do we have any names? Or once again, we're all too young.
We weren't at Botanica.
You were or you weren't?
Weren't. We were not.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, it's such a regional.
Well, certainly for us Australians.
Yeah.
Um, our most
Was it in
recent,
Arizona?
oh, it's New Mexico. Yeah, in Albuquerque. So, all right, so no one can help you with those. Let's go on to the next one. I've got a feeling that's Bob Hardman, but I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Maybe. All right, Bob. Once again, this business of taking pictures of things rather than taking pictures of people. So Bob took us on a day drive where we went to visit Indian tribes, some Indian tribes who built things on. So where is it? What do we know about that? We don't know anything. All right. I think you might know. I think you might recognise the next one. Yeah, so we went to Los Alamos, and strangely, yesterday I went to another museum where they had another one of those. Oh, is it? I think that's the Fat Boy. There's no, it's called Fat Man.
The person with Alma.
Yeah, that's Velma. So you'll see Velma a couple of times there. The only thing I should say is at some stage, for some reason I had a roll of colour film. And after that, they're all in black and white because, well, after all, you don't publish in colour in 1974. So why would you spend money on colour film and colour processing when the pictures are only going to be black and white? I think from here on, I think all the rest of the pictures might be in black and white. So I think we're going to go to this one too. Yeah. So
Wow.
that is Leslie Luttrell. Next picture then. What's Leslie doing these days?
She's still in Madison.
Right. We'll come to Leslie and Madison in a little while because we went to Madison.
She came to the most recent Chicago World Con to celebrate the 50th anniversary of DUFF.
Right. Yeah. Well, consider this the 50th anniversary of the second running of DUFF.
Oh,
Okay. Onwards with the next one then.
and that's Hank.
It is Hank.
And he also is still in Madison. Does he still got a store? Does he still got a store? Yeah.
He's still. So Hank Luttrell is in Madison selling books.
Yes.
And does that keep Western's nose?
Oh, gosh, it does.
Yeah.
So who is the
His nose entering the room before he does.
oh,
We think.
all right, yeah. Okay, so that's it. I thought it was Hank, but I was not sure. All right, that's Johnny Offit and
Joe Haldeman.
Joe.
And Gay Haldeman.
Oh, is she in the background?
The woman, unless I'm wrong, it's not.
Jody
from
Jody.
Oh, okay.
No, it's definitely not her. A lot.
Yeah.
All right, all bids. We figured out the
Yes.
all right, when you finish.
This one, yeah.
Joe
and Jody.
I'll tell you, right, thank you. Now, this is a bit more confounding. Any bidders?
I think that the man in the foreground, the man is Lee Carson. It looks like Lee Carson.
Commentary number 8. So if that's on your list, I'll get back at you.
Glad to hear it. Any other suggestions for anyone else there?
Is that Tom Digby?
Could be in the meeting, yeah.
It's the cap and the shorts.
All right.
Kind of what I remember. Oh, okay.
Let's move on to the next one, Vice Chair. Oh yeah, we did a little bit smaller. The one on the left is Velma, looking a bit startled.
And the woman on the right just looks suspicious.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Side-eye Velma.
It's because Velma's attached to her by this thin white line.
Oh, yes.
Draining her energy.
I missed that. Yeah, thank you. No, we have no idea that the suspicious woman.
Well, she has an attitude. Oh, that- idea. Go back. Technology. Good.
All right, a mystery woman at this one too.
Yeah.
Maestro.
Bill Stevens, Charlie Brown.
So Bill Stevens is the one on the left. Oh, thank you. Yes, that does solve something for me. So what stage was Locus at, in 74?
I think they had moved into the, being offset and stopped being the Indio scene. He was already, I think he was already making a business out of this kind of stuff.
I think that he and Dina had already moved from the Bronx to, Oakland.
He has, because I've got a picture of him later on.
Okay.
Oakland. All right, so Milt Stevens, thank you for that. Let us progress. Now,
It's a guitar.
who?
It's a guitar.
Yeah, surprised me.
Thank you.
No idea. All right, next one then.
Well, there's the man in the striped.
You reckon that's Tom Dickey? I've got a picture of him later on. I don't think.
No, yeah, somebody said that they didn't think he was tall.
No, it's not. I'm pretty sure it's not Tom.
No.
All right, no idea. All right. Well,
Maybe that person knows the woman.
Yeah.
Isn't that Little Stevens?
Yeah.
the one in the middle.
In the white shirt.
Oh.
Maybe that.
Any ideas of any of the others? No.
Tell by the hairstyle.
Okay. You're not very helpful. Okay, onwards to the next one then.
Mr. White, of course.
It is Ted White. I thought it might have been. He's looking a bit more sprightly. Okay, next one. So that's me and Mace Strelkov and Pete Weston. Right. So that was made. There was a fan fund to get made to that convention, and Pete had one tap. And so he'd one tap and I had one duff, and spent a lot of time hanging out, selling tickets to AussieCon at a little table somewhere. So I got to know Pete fairly well for a very short period of time. Never met him after that.
Excuse me, I haven't done my way. That's quite a story to whatever, that needs to be published and put on the internet and everything. I mean, that's a story, so.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do for you. Let me reach into my pocket. In here, when I can find it, is a, actually I found some chocolate. Oh, hold on.
I have no idea what's going on.
We've lost Tommy and Las Vegas.
Ah, I see. That's
Oh,
and somehow I've become the host of the meeting, so I don't know how we're going to.
When Tommy gets back in, you'll give him the host back. It'll
Okay.
be fine.
All right.
I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine.
Now I've got to figure out how to give him the host back, but we'll work that out.
Yeah, you'll be fine. I'll walk you through it. And 16 of those. 10 of these. Anyway, hello guys. I'm Alison.
That's
I am
Cap.
sitting with Stephen, who will wave right now, on our sofa in Walthamstow in London.
I guess there. Let me turn my video on. Howdy, howdy.
Hello, Kat.
I was eating, so I was not being on video to be nice.
Hi, I was not prepared with my headphones and so forth because I was figuring I was just going to be listening in and watching. But hi.
Hello. We've got some beer, Zoom time,
Oh,
from the Loch Lomond Brewery.
I just have my soda, so
Yes, it's 11 o'clock at night here, which is, yeah, this
Oh,
is the
wow,
last
yeah.
thing we're doing before bed.
where is that there exactly?
London.
Nice.
yeah. And I'm over in Sacramento. Yay.
Yeah, I am in the Portland area where so far today we have had rain, snow, bright sunlight, and who knows what later today.
Sounds like Portland.
If big storm rolling through the West Coast right now.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
hear it's very interesting down in Tahoe.
Oh yeah.
We'll get plenty of snow up in the mountains, but down here in the valleys, we just got a bunch of wet snow and then it didn't stick.
Yeah, it's mostly just been raining here with a bit of wind.
Mm.
But I'm down on the valley floor in California, so no snow.
Yeah. I'm familiar with Sacramento. Originally from Berkeley, so
Yeah, I spent a few years there. Cal alum, so
it looks like we get some more sun. How's the weather been in London?
Well, it's February, so it's kind of cold and wet. Well, it's March now, but it has been February. It's been cold and wet. I've been walking every day.
I should probably pause the recording while this is going on, shouldn't I?
Confusing.
So Mike Hinch was a New Zealand artist.
Was he?
Yeah, that's where he came from originally, yeah.
Right.
And yes, as he would, if he were here and people would talk to you, he would tell you he escaped from New Zealand.
A lot of people think they escaped from New Zealand and Australia.
He comes out to speak.
All right. Do we recognize any of those faces?
Yeah, that looks like Freff.
That might be correct.
Brett who?
Freff is the guy on the left who's facing us. And his real name is Jeff Cocker, but he went by Freff for a long time. And he's an artist. He did a bit for our, when we did the live Spanish Inquisition at Balticon, he came on in clown makeup and juggled and told about going to clown college in Florida.
Right.
By the way, Dan Steffen did artwork on overhead projected for us.
Okay.
And there's Lou Stafford, I can see him.
Oh, yeah, you're right, all the way back.
Yeah.
By the wall.
On the which side? second from the right, that one there.
Yeah, that's
Right. Good. Okay, thank you. Maestro,
and that's Chris Couch.
that's one too.
And who's the,
Is that
Oh, that's
Claudia?
Melbourne again.
Is that Claudia? Jerry, do you think?
what's her name?
Well, his girlfriend for a long time, Claudia Parrish.
Oh, yeah, that could be, I don't remember. what it is. I lived with them for a month.
Okay, good, thank you for that. So that's Charlie Brown and Big Western.
And that's hard to see.
Yeah, that is hard to see.
Someone
So-
with a cat.
Yeah, we've got our pictures of cats. You'll see some cats in a little while. Okay,
But I don't recognize it. That's Steve.
yeah, Steve wasn't, Steve was somewhere else, so I only met him for a short period. He took, of course, we stayed in New York, we stayed with Barry Smotrop. And Steve was, because he was sharing with Steve at that time. So, yes, we had heard at that stage that Australian 2-cent coins were the same as quarters. So we took a bag of 2-cent coins over, which Barry ended up with, which he used to feed into his washing machine. Until the guy who owned the block of flats got suspicious about all these 2-cent coins turning up in his washing. So anyhow, we only met Steve for a short period of time, and Barry took us out to a diner where I learned the meaning of the phrase "easy over."
For those that are watching from afar, that's Steve Stiles.
That's a really good picture of him.
Yeah.
Well, it's all yours. It's on the little disc there. Okay. So that's us leaving New York.
On foot?
Well, what happened next was, once again, because I'm in Napa 45, we go to visit Don and Sheila DeMassa in Rhode Island. I got taught to say Rhode Island. And if you go on to the next one. Yes, once again, this is a matter of taking pictures of unusual things. So for some reason, Sheila took us to a post office where there was a wall full of pictures or names of people who were bothered with criminal offences. Never seen anything like it in my life before, so I had to take a picture of it.
Yeah, 50 most wanted.
I thought that was indicated to be what Americans were like. Now that's, so they took us to H.P. Lovecraft's grave, so that's my understanding of H.P. Lovecraft.
Oh.
And that's me touching the Atlantic Ocean. Because the Atlantic Ocean may be commonplace to you people, but in fact I've flown over it, but I've never actually touched it. And it's the only time I've actually had water from the Atlantic Ocean touch me. I suppose.
Do you know what the tall ship is?
No idea. It's
Okay.
a boat. It's got, yeah, no idea.
It's tall.
And so after that, we got on, went back to New York, saw Barry for the last time, then moved on to Madison, where we stayed with Hank and Leslie. Now, I don't know what it's like these days, but my impression of their place was there was grass growing in the basement, there was grass growing in the cupboards, there was grass growing in the backyard, there was grass growing everywhere. I don't remember much about Madison at all. So that's their house, there's the Leslie and Hank in the backyard. So we have to have a picture of a cat, so there you go. I have no idea what the name of the cat was. Now that's someone who I think I knew from Apple 45 and had come over from Oregon for some reason, was in the area. And he was famous because I think, once again, I'm not very good about these things, I think he might have sent the first solution to him. I think it was not acid. Not quite good. Anyhow, he actually crushed it up and sent it in the mail to us. So, but I've been told that he was a member of Apple 45, he just happened to be in the area. All right, now I've included this just to remind us that this is 1974. if you go to a zoo these days, you won't see that anymore. It's all gone. Zoos these days are much more humane, if that's the word I'm looking for. And so I don't remember going to the zoo.
The Miles Park.
Is it still like that, or have they?
Madison.
No, it's like all the other zoos. It's now become many less animals and much happier animals we have. Okay. Then we move on to Minneapolis. Now, this is to some extent the highlight of the trip. I think I was in Minneapolis as well as at 45 at the time. So I knew most of the people here, but I don't. I think I know Ken Fletcher.
Yes.
But there's me in there, but I'm not sure who. Can anyone help me with any other names?
Well,
Jerry Stearns standing over the one looking down at you. No, that's Ken Fletcher.
Yeah.
That's Jerry Stearns.
Oh, right.
and then, is that Dick Tachi next to, Ken?
Yeah.
And then, is that the woman in the middle, on the top row, that's not Jerry, is it?
No.
Okay, how about Karen, something?
Karen Johnson, maybe.
Yeah.
It's always with us.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the bottom two people, then on the
For
left.
a second, I thought better, but.
I think that's Tachi. I think that's different.
Oh, that, and not the jolly man with the beanie?
No.
Okay.
All these pictures, I think, were taken at Fred Haskell's place. We stayed at Fred Haskell's place. One day Jim Young took us out to show us the architectural delights of Minneapolis. We spent all day out walking around looking at things, and we got back about 10 o'clock at night. And there's this fellow waiting for us who turns out to be Gordy Dixon with a large bottle of bourbon. And so we start drinking this bourbon at 10 o'clock at night. And other people heard that Gordy Dixon was out drinking. And so they turned up with their own bourbon, but they were now behind Gordy and I. And so they never quite made sense to us, and we never quite made sense to them. So all this went on, and then the next morning when I woke up, Velma was tidying up the bed and the sheets, just the sound of the sheets. And I swore an oath that I would never drink alcohol again. That following night, Fred took us to a strip joint in St. Paul, and I drank milkshakes the entire night. Fred knew the women there, so it was actually a very interesting experience. All right, who have we got here? Once again, who's the fellow on the right?
No one knows.
No one knows.
All we know is that it's Ken in the middle.
Right. Well, it's not a pity these things get lost. Anyhow, onwards. Any idea?
Is that Joe Holden again? No.
Well, he would be in the episode.
No.
I think that's a young
Velma says a lot.
She, Karen thinks it's Dick Tachi.
Right.
I don't remember you guys.
Yeah. She may be gone, but not forgotten. Onwards. Oh, any clues? Disappeared.
Is that Mike?
No.
Just, I was,
I'm not that old.
the expression, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and look.
All right. Now, I think that might be me, but why I'm taking any photos, I have no idea. And once again, I've got no idea who the people are that are helping me take the shirt off. I have no idea why I'm taking the shirt off,
Oh.
unless it's someone else.
It's weird to be, really looks familiar, but.
Okay.
Yeah, that might be there.
Now, these, companies that, they picked us up and took us to the airport. In fact, I discovered I had a copy of my DUFF report, and I was looking at it, they get named, but I'm not what their names are. Only time I saw them during an entire stay in Minneapolis was when they picked us up and drove us to the airport. And you'll see a picture of a lovely DC pen.
You don't know their names or do you know?
Company is the name that comes to mind.
Not the company.
Yeah, that would be it.
No.
No, it's not.
It's
It's not that.
Well, in that case, it's someone else entirely and I've got it wrong.
Was it with the? No,
Okay, let's go to the next picture, which is much more better. There you go.
Window.
A beautiful, when we were in Albuquerque, we met Busby. And we had no great plans about what we were going to do after Minneapolis. And so Busby said, no, you've got to come to Seattle. So Ron Johnson reorganized our schedule, not a big cut, Lewis. And so we went to Minneapolis, went to Seattle instead, which is our first time there. So, which is a place one has to go by law when it comes to the United States. That's Busby, I assume.
Yeah, that's Busby.
Right. Okay, let's try the next one. Any ideas at all?
I think that's the man, I think that's Ray Ballard.
Ah,
I
yeah.
didn't meet him until at least 10 years, if not more,
Because
after this photo.
Ray and his wife
Carol.
That's right, Carol, yes.
Yes,
But there's also a Carol Ballard.
an entirely different person.
Oh, I think
Yeah,
so.
the Carol Ballard you're thinking of is a cinematographer.
Oh, all
There
right.
is a Carol
Yeah,
Ballard.
well, the other after I was in by then was Saks. And so I knew a couple of people through their Saks membership.
Yes.
All right. Now that I have no idea who that is. No ideas, anyone? No? Okay. Which is a pity again that we don't know the names of these people.
Yes. There's
And I don't know the name of the cat either. Yeah, I wonder if anyone knows who that is. I wonder if that's Toski, but I'm not sure. Bernard Toski. No idea. Haven't seen him.
Andy might know if he's can take a look for.
He's busy organising the
Oh,
auction.
okay.
you probably can't see that far.
Yeah.
All right, let's chat on. No idea?
Is you from Seattle?
Yep.
Yeah, but before I lived there, 70th floor.
No? All right. Now, I think the one on the right is Frank Denton.
Yes.
But the one on the left is a mystery to me. Yeah. So once again, we got taken out, we got shown the sites, there's pictures of them sitting on lions, and all kinds of interesting things. In fact, I saw more of Seattle that time than I normally do, because normally I'm busy talking to people.
It looks like Discovery Park, doesn't it, Jerry?
I've almost never been to Discovery Park.
I think it is. It used to be an old, army training grounds. There.
Oh, okay.
Army grounds there.
All right, so we're being shown around. And so there's Velma and Eleanor looking at planes.
That could be the volunteer park conservatory.
Yeah. Velma liked plants, obviously, Eleanor did too. Okay, back to San Francisco, which is where we stayed initially with Matthew Tipper, and then with Charlie and Dina, who took us away and showed us the exciting sights of Oakland. Now this is, I think I'll put this one in here because it reminds me of, to a large extent, Matthew let us roam around while he was doing his studies. So we figured out there was a trolley bus that ran down to Kingston City. So we did a lot of that. But also there was a diner there that we had, but we had no experience of diners. They're not an equivalent in Australia. So there was a diner we went to most times for breakfast. And I think that's the diner that we went to. Once again, as I said, you know, these are pictures of things rather than people. Bart was just running, only just started. So I still have the original paper card with the little specs. I was in San Francisco last week and Bart totally confused me. By the time they've got the BART trains, they've got the trolley buses, they've got the trains, all running up and down Market Street. In the end, I went outside and got an Uber to where I wanted to go. There was one I went to the window and I said to the woman, I want to go to Colosseum. And she looked at me as if she wished I didn't exist. And she went, brother, brother. And so I thought she said, blue train or something. So I got on the blue thing. And it comes out of the tunnel. I'm looking up, there's the Bay Bridge. Well, I'm clearly on the wrong train. So I get back into the train, go back into Emigado. And I think, I had enough of this, so I just go outside and press my Uber buttons and go where I want to go. But in those days, Barton was much simpler and easier to use. Charlie and Dina. Now this is interesting because that's Dina actually doing some work. And she's using an IBM Selectric. Which reminds me that when we were flying back to Australia, we had a day to spend in Honolulu, not a nightly test, because the Qantas flight back to Australia left at 11 o'clock at night. So we're sitting in the terminal, for some reason we heard that the Australian dollar had been rebacked up against the American dollar. When I checked this morning, the Australian dollar was worth 62 cents American. At this stage, it was worth $1.40 American. Went up by 20 cents. So Graham and I looked at all our unspent travellers' checks and we thought, we might buy a Selectric, which we did, thanks to the Australian government just revaluing the Australian dollar. Anyhow, so we saw that, and but I saw it was also interesting. You see lots of pictures of fans, but very, very rarely do you see pictures of fans doing what fans spend a lot of time doing, which is a sitting back lounge typewriter. I've got a picture in this history that's been published of I've got this name now. Anyhow, got a picture of a fan in the 30s sitting behind a typewriter. But apart from that, they're all doing other things. But what do we do most of the time?
So, Lee, I want to mention that, first of all, that Suzel and Linda Bush-Yeager, among others, were responsible for Dina Bennett and being expanded because she lived in the Pittsburgh area when they were running the club there. And so they're responsible for her meeting Charles out.
Oh,
They divorced a long time ago, and Dina's been living in South Africa for quite a long time.
Family is from South Africa.
Thank you. Yes, Linda points out that Dina's family is originally from South Africa.
yeah, I thought you may have to. So there's probably as many Hugos were collected in one place at that stage in 1974. I don't know how many more Hugos there are. There's probably there's a room full of them.
Yeah, somewhere.
Well, that's the first time I saw a Hugo anyway. Okay, so we're back to Los Angeles. And that's Tom, I'm sure that's Tom Digby. And so we stayed with him for a couple of nights. While, once again, Robin Johnson, who's the world traveller, those of you who are going to Glasgow, Robin, who is now 86, will be going to Glasgow. So if you see him there, make sure that he's recognised, you know, around the first Australian Golf Convention, all that stuff. I see Robin a couple of times a week. We mainly talk about airlines. We both have a hobby of airlines. Anyone have the idea of that? No? Right. So, because I worked for the departments who worked out civil aviation at the time, Robin got in touch with Douglas. And so we got the personal guided tour of the Douglas construction plant at Long Beach. And so we spent the afternoon being shown personally over the construction of the these areas. I don't know if you remember, because you're probably not interested in these things. Remember there were a couple of air crashes where the rear cargo door on DC-10 blew out. One had actually been on this trip. In fact, probably the trip from Minneapolis to Seattle. So we were sitting down, and I was saying to Val, just casually, we're sitting over the rear cargo door, I see. Yeah, so we got the guided tour of the Douglas plant because Douglas, Robin and I basically as interested in aeroplanes as we are in science fiction. So Robin also organised for us to go and meet Fourier. What is Wendy, that's it, yeah. So Fourier took us out to a very nice dinner. the real trouble is, you see, when I met Tucker and when I met Corey, I didn't realise how important they were to the first years of banding in Australia. Both Corey and Tucker had done a lot to encourage that first generation of Australian bands. And I didn't even know that I could have asked the question about what was they did to support these guys. And it shows that what FANIC is doing is worthwhile in providing this kind of information to anyone who comes along. Onwards. Yes, once again, unusual things that we have never seen anywhere else, never happened in Australia. You would actually buy water. So I have no idea what that means. It's just that it was so unusual that we had to, and I don't know whether in fact that kind of thing still happens. It does, does it? Amazing. Okay, once again, cats. Can't live in that, but you'll notice it's me. This is, we've been travelling now for about 7 weeks. The entire trip lasted 7 weeks. So that's me lying on top of his couch and one of his cats. His house smelled very strongly of cats. I remember that rather well. So we then jump on a DC. We flew Western, I flew an airline DC. No, trust that. So, see, once again, we need to take more pictures. Hold on. Why? Just hold on. Obviously, it doesn't like it. It is shy, but if I press this button here, there we go. Thank you. There you go. Oh, now move on. That's right. So we're right.
You were trying to remember what kind of plane it was on.
F-27, NZ ANA F-27. Oh, flying back. Yes. Because of the guidance suggestion of some friends, we flew to Honolulu in the morning, because in those days you didn't fly straight across, you stopped at Honolulu. And they said, if you've got all day to spend in Honolulu, you catch the number something on the train, and that takes you right at the end of the line is a bus. So we caught the bus. We spent the day at the zoo. Then we came back in the evening. And that's when we found out we made money from that trip. And then we got on at Qantas 707. But when we walked out, I saw that the 707 had the extra pod that it was carrying the spare engine. And so I realised that it was going to be a rather slow trip home. So it called in the Tahiti at some appalling time in the morning while the aeroplane refueled before it got to Sydney. And like all Australians, and perhaps New Zealand, New Zealand, I was just so delighted with the aeroplane pulled up in Australia. We got out, and they had real accents. They looked like real people rather than Americans. And I'm sure we all have that feeling when we get home, is we get that feel. So and we're being sad. Like many of us, we expected to do it again. We made friends. We've seen what it's like. We want to go again. But this is 1974. Mum and I didn't get to go overseas again until 1993, I think. And then we went to Europe because I'd been invited to go to a conference in Switzerland. So you will see on the back of the painting I've put in the little pack for you, the title of the first part of the history is going to, both parts of history, going to be Proud and Lonely. And the lonely part. The lonely part is that Australia and New Zealand fans are a long way away, and it costs a lot of money to get here. So I'm enjoying being here, but it's also interesting because you guys know each other. All I know is your reputations. I don't actually know your faces. And so if you find me wandering around looking dazed, it's because I'm wandering around amongst all these people I know, but I don't know. And so, I feel the academic hour. That's it. Questions? No questions? That's good. Let me just ask a question, because this is my first. What does happen next? Do we all troop upstairs again? No? Or do we all sit here waiting?
There is, the next program on Toby is in about half an hour.
That's right, so we all troop upstairs and do our cuts. All right, I'll do that.
Yes, I saw somebody commented, about the lawsuit.